Hello everyone, I am Alka103 and welcome to day 8 of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Advent Calendar series. As I said yesterday in the Firecracker video where I created Alka Reliever, most of these will be later than the day it should be on. Like, hey, it's day 8 and what December is it now? I don't actually know. But most of these will be late due to me buying the thing late. There's being some school stuff that do need to be done. But I will still be doing this full thing, a video for each. So it should be very exciting. I'm still going to deal with everything. Still hope to be done by Christmas, but we'll see. Exactly when I'm done, I'm not entirely certain. It's day 8. Will we get our first Ultra Rare? Is it going to be Super? Let's find out. This does have some... Oh, this shine looks fancy. Snowman Eater. I actually faced one of these earlier today on Duel Links. Look at that shine on it. I do really like. Snowman Eater is a level 3 Aqua Water Monster. 0 attack, 1900 defense. If this card is flipped face up, target one face up monster on the field, destroy that target. Very simple. Now I've already created, I think just before I started the Advent Calendar series, I created Karate Bug, which has a similar effect to this and then has a second effect next to it. But I think maybe Snowman Eater can be something for a fusion monster. One of the two specific materials for a fusion monster that I was talking about yesterday that I do want to create. So, let's see what I'm going to create for Snowman Eater.
Okay, Snowman Eater. I think I want to make a fusion monster for you because I haven't created a fusion card yet. At least not for the Advent Calendar. I have created a fusion, one fusion monster before because I want to do some more with evil heroes and Destiny heroes and stuff. So I created a new evil hero. But anyway, Snowman Eater, I want to create a fusion monster for. And I want to create one that uses Snowman Eater as a specific material. Now let me show you some examples. I'm thinking of like cards like Elemental Flame Wing one, which needs Avian and Burstinatrix. Now this one must be fusion summoned, comes special in other ways. There's also some of the older ones without an effect. Humanoid Warmdragon, Kaminari Attack are examples of that. More recently, you have Element Hero Nebula Neos, not summoned through regular fusion, but it's a fusion monster nonetheless that needs 3 exact materials. And then the very well-known and famous Dark Paladin, needing Dark Magician and Buster Blader. So I want to create a monster like that, Snowman Eater, and I think I've already found the art for the card because I've already been thinking ahead of this, the recording of the second part of the video, what I want to do with it. So I wanted to create some armor for it because the eventual art, and I won't show you that just yet, has a big snowman with art. Now I understand that Snowman Eater, the actual monster, is this thing down here. Some of you will be like, there's a thing there. Wow, mind blown. Yes, there's a monster here, that's why it's Snowman Eater. It eats snowmen. Snowman Eater. Yeah. Anyway, but considering it does have a snowman on its back and it works with a lot of snowmen, I felt it would be it would work well enough to have it, the Snowman Eater, fused with something with armor to create an armored snowman. So I looked through effect mons with armor. I also looked through normal mons with armor in their name, and I thought armored rat, but I definitely didn't want a normal monster, especially not with these stats. So I went to effect mons. Now, sure, there's things with armor and things like that that aren't effect mons, but I found one that I liked. I decided on Girgi armor. You're like, why would you fuse Snowman Eater and Girgi armor? Well, at first I thought they're just random, and one of them is an archetype card. Yeah, that feels weird, but this is a custom card. I can just do it. And then when I was reading their effects again, I was like, okay, they both have flip-related effects, not flip effects, because then it didn't say flip as a subtype between Aqua and Effect here, and it would say flip at the start of the effects, and neither of them have that. They do have an effect that activates when flip face up, but that's not necessarily a flip effect. There is a difference, so maybe I'll make a video detailing the differences between them, because there aren't necessarily that many. Now I want to fuse Snowman Eater and Girgi armor, and I want to make that into a fusion monster. But what does that fusion monster do? I want to have give it a flip face up effect. When I first was just thinking of Snowman Eater and I hadn't decided on Gigi Armor yet, I thought I'll just give an effect like Evil Hero Lightning Golem, where it's once per turn you can chuck in a monster on the field and destroy that target. Maybe I still will, but then maybe the opponent takes less damage that turn, maybe only half damage, or this monster can't attack this turn. Something like that. Then when I decided on Gigi Armor as the other fusion material, I thought, okay, I could just give it a once per turn you can change the face down defense position effect, and then when it's flipped face up, make it search for something. Now, Gigi Armor searches specifically for Girgia. I'm not sure if I want to make the new monster a Girgia card. I haven't fully decided on that yet. I'll probably call it Snowman, like Armored Snowman. I could just do that, or Girgia Armor Snowman version. That doesn't sound right. Although I guess in a way it sounds cool. But I do want it to be able to search for something, so it inherits both of their effects. The destruction effect won't be the flip face up effect, but it will have the flip face up effect for Gigi Armor. So I'm thinking I'm gonna take that bit of Lightning Golem for destruction, and then Gigi Armor to search the Gigi Armor part of the effect to search for something. I'm just not sure for what. The Gigi Armor can search for any Girgia. I'm actually gonna check the Girgias. Do they have anything that's above level 4? No. So what I'm gonna do is it's gonna search a level. Let's see, they're all 3 or 4s. I was thinking of making it search for level 4 below machine, but I was also thinking maybe I'll make it search for a level 3 or below. No, level 3 or 4 machine. No, not machine there. What am I doing? Machine here, and then 3 and 4 go. Wow, there's a lot. So maybe like the search for one of these cards, but that's a lot. There are a lot of options. Okay, let's see if I do this to Aqua, because maybe give it an Aqua search for something like this. Only level 3 or 4, there's still a lot of options. A lot of them wouldn't really work in a deck that's focused on Gigi Armor, Snowman Eater, flip effects. But maybe I could do something cool with that, so you could use it in 2 different decks. If you're using a flip-related effect deck, like Giga isn't necessarily a flip-related thing. It's Gigi Armor is a nice searcher for the Gigas. As Snowman Eater is used to destroy things. But I wonder what people will combine them with. I want to see, was it Guardian Sphinx? I'll put that one down here again. This one, when it's flip summoned only, can do a thing. So maybe I will do that with this one to weaken it. I'm not sure. Let's actually start writing the card effect. And actually, I'm thinking now, before we do, because this just came to mind, I don't want my monster to be able to destroy a card on the field with using the Lightning Golem kind of effect, then flip itself face down, then flip summon itself, assuming it was summoned during a previous turn. I don't want that to be possible. So I think what I'll do is only one effect can be activated per turn. I think I will do that. Okay. So we're going to start. Actually, I'm just going to immediately make it a fusion monster so that we have the right color. Snowman Eater and Armor. Boom. Then we want a Lightning Golem-like effect. So we just do this. Now, Lightning Golem is more difficult to summon because one, it has 2 specific materials which aren't very good on their own, and it can only be summoned via Dark Fusion. So this is a very powerful effect. Now, the Snowman Eater and Gigi Armor together in a deck with Fusion is a bit weird, so that, I guess, weakens it a bit, makes the deck a bit less consistent, but it's still a very strong effect, so we do need to limit it somehow. Destroy the target. I want to go with half. Ta-ta! Here we have our monster. I just put in some types in attack and the name. Ignore that for now. This is what our monster looks like. An armored snowman that looks very angry. Now let's go edit that some further. Where do we have it? Here. I think I'll go with the Snowman Knight. Snowman Knight. I have once per turn you can target one monster on the field, destroy that target, and if you do until the end phase, the battle damage inflicted to your opponent is halved. The final bit of text I got from one of the Valkyrie cards, which was released very recently, so that should be alright. Once per turn you can change this card to face and defensive position, taken from Gear Gear Armor. When this card is flipped face up, steal from Gear Gear Armor, and then the rest I took from Cyber's card. I took from Lady Debug and just altered it to be a level 3 or 4 Aqua or Machine monster from your deck to your hand. And then I just need to add one effect only. Let's go. Blaster. I think you can have that for me. There we go. There might have been an update to this, to the Problem 7 card text of this, but for now I'm going with it. Snowman Knight. This way, as I said, you can't summon it, destroy something, go with the rest. Destroy something, flip yourself face down for big defenses, or when you summon it during a previous turn, destroy and get your search. I don't want that to be possible. Now the question is, what do we go for attribute and type, and then the attack and defense, definitely. It makes sense for it to have higher defense than it has attack. I can work with that. Let's see, Guardian Sphinx is 1724. I know there's a gate card like Guardian Sphinx. I'm actually going to take this and throw it in here. There's a few cards like that. Generally have higher defense. Golem Sentry, Desolate Good. Although this isn't flip summoned, it's still the defensive card, and I do want to work with that. These are two monsters that are below level 5. So they can be used on their own, can be normal summon on their own. Like you can summon them, you can fuse from your hand, but that does make like Gear and Snowman Eater can be used separately as well. So this might be like a card in Gergia's, I guess, if you add in Polymerization, Snowman Eater. Let's see. We want more defense than others. Do we go Machine? Do we go Aqua? Do we go Earth? Do we go Water? I feel it should be Water, because yeah, it has armor, but the base of it is still the Snowman. So then that's Water. Type. Not really a Machine. I think I want to make it a Warrior, because it is kind of a warrior. So make it a Warrior Water. So an Aqua Water and a Machine Earth become a Warrior Water, because it's still a Snowman. I know like it was this thing originally, but even Snowman Eater is Aqua, so I guess that monster must be Aqua-like, or it has so much snow on it that it was adapted itself to the snow. It works with that. I think it should be a warrior. Now just the stats. What do we want with it? Because I'm not really sure. It's two mods below level 4. So both have 1900 defense. I don't want to make it. I want to sort of work with that. I don't want to make it 29. Let's see. I could make it, let's say, like their defenses together 38 to make their total stats, so attack and defense combined 38. I think that'd be a nice thing to have in that level 5 or 6. I wanted to have higher defense, so let's say we do a third of the stats in attack and the other half in defense. So 38, how do we split that by 3? We don't. 36 we could split by 3, saying 12 and 24. So we could do, that's the base that we're going to work with. 12, 24, and then we have 36. We want to go to 38. I think 24 is a nice defense thing. Reminds me of Guardian Sphinx. Can be hard to deal with if you don't have the effects to deal with it, although this thing is still susceptible to many effects. I think 24 is a nice thing, so we go to 14 so we could do some attacking. Let's see, do we like these stats? This way it at least is stronger in attack and in defense than both other monsters, than its materials, Snowman Eater and Gear Armor. The end phase opponent is halved. For that, you need to put it in attack position. If you want to use it to immediately destroy something. However, because you can only use one Snowman Knight effect per turn and only once that turn, then you can't put it in face and defense position for it to defend itself with its higher defense stat. You could place it in defense upon summoning it. Well, you don't get a flip thing. So you could summon it in either attack or defense. Probably defense if you want to make it set in case its effect is negated. But then you'd use the effect to flip it face down, so you get the surge, or you can just make use of its defensive power. And then maybe when it's flip face low, when it's flip face up, maybe it's attacked into. Well, then it'll probably be taken out. I'm just thinking of a lot of possibilities that this card has, and I think I like the card. I like the art, and I like that. Just like with, I think it was a Delibird, where we just created our own card. Now, sure, this is based on some existing cards like Lightning Golem, like Girgi Armor. I do really like the art, plus the fact that I just created something completely new as opposed to just like yesterday with Firecracker. I'm not saying that was a bad card, but I just took Firecracker, made it a healing thing. I really like this card, so I definitely want to use this in a deck at some point. I plan to use all of them in duels at some point, all of my cards, but Snowman is definitely something I'm excited to use. Yeah, it doesn't have an ability. So we have a fusion, maybe next time Ritual Synchro. Yeah, we're not going Pendulum. He looks so much more fat with that, because the art is still the same. Yeah, that's not working. Oh yeah, the level. What shall we make it for a level? Look at these things. Wingman is level 6. I'm pretty sure it's 8 in the anime. Wormdrake is 7. Combinatory attack is 5 for those stats. 8. Golem is 6. I think I want to make it a 6 or 7. Let's look at some examples. If fusion levels for fusion monsters definitely aren't as important. Look at some stats. 24. Total stats generally are higher, although we have a 14, 24, 15 Prismora. I feel like I want to go 7, but 6 will probably be closer. And even let's say I make it a 6, and most of you think, yeah, it should be a 7, then I can just make it a 7 because hey, 6 does seem to work generally with the stats. Finally, I'm gonna check the Girgia things, although there's no Girgia there. Gigant X. No, that doesn't really say anything. 7, 6. I think I'll make it a 6 because for its attack and defense stats, I feel that works. Although with its effect, I feel like it's no. I somehow feel better at 7, and with its fancy effect that I feel is good. Although I did, like, I suppose, limit it with the only once per turn and only once a turn thing. I feel like 7 is the one that should be done. So that's 7. Snowman Knight. I really like this card, the card that I made for Snowman Eater. It looks cool, nice effects, and I really wondered in what way would you use it? Would you play this in the Gigia deck? And then just add 1 or 2 Snowman Eater and a Polymerization or something like that? Would you use this in a random deck that has a bunch of mashup cards with Polymerization and just add Snowman Eater and Girgi Armor in it? Girgi Armor on its own searches for Girgia specifically, so maybe you want to focus a bit more on the Girgias, or you're just going to ignore that effect and you want to have it just for, not Showman Knight, Snowman Knight. I really wonder what you all think of it. I think this video is pretty long at this point, but I really enjoyed making this card. Hope you enjoyed it too. And I'll see you tomorrow for the next video. Goodbye.